Hey guys! This video is going to be a little bit late because of the way that it's worked out today. It's time for this month's So You Like, my monthly series where I take a piece of media that I've usually seen in the past month or so and tell you about some stuff that you might like if you've also enjoyed it. This month's a bit of an exception to that rule in that I decided to go for a piece of media that's related to something that I saw in the past month, which is the Star Wars Prequel Trilogy, because the sequel trilogy can kind of knock it out of being the worst Star Wars trilogy. So I thought, why not? Because why not? There's various things that we can actually say are not bad about the prequel trilogy, really. They've not really got a huge amount going for them, but they have got some stuff. The first thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on the prequel trilogy of Star Wars is Okami, which is a video game where you play as the goddess Amaterasu, the sun god in the form of a wolf, and you go about saving Nippon, classical Japan. Now, I picked this to come out of the prequel trilogy because, well, the whole thing is just kind of mythic. Both things are kind of mythic. The idea of Star Wars in general was based on the idea of creating a modern myth, and then the prequels kind of messed around with that a bit, but it still kind of played around with those tropes of making it a myth. And yeah, no, it kind of plays well into that. Okami is also pretty much a mix of fantasy and science fiction. It's got some sort of magitech sort of stuff playing into it, and, well, Waka has a lightsaber. That. The second thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on the prequel trilogy is the Reckoners series of books by Brandon Sanderson. Now, these books are not part of his usual Cosmere books that I talk about a lot. These are a separate thing. These are set on Earth. They're set in a world where superheroes are becoming a thing. Except, oh no, they're not superheroes. They are actually all super villains. Because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Each of these different supers kind of war between each other, sort of deciding to have little city-states of their own where they are tyrants. And, that's horrible. But there are people that come back and fight against them. There are the Reckoners, who are effectively the Rebel Alliance for this whole thing. And, well, as the course of it goes, the main character, David, has several choices that kind of put him in mirroring, in reflection with Anakin from Star Wars. And I like to think that this is kind of a better ending to this whole thing, because he chooses the path that effectively diverges from Anakin's. It's interesting. The third thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on the prequel trilogy is probably the most obvious of them. It's the Clone Wars animated series, not the Genndy Tartakovsky version, but the 3D animated one, which I've watched all but the 6th season of, which is not an official one anyway, and it's really good. I enjoyed it, and I've done a So You Like on it before, so it's good. Basically, it's the same characters from the prequels, plus a few more, and done better and at more length. And the last thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on the prequel trilogy is Pacific Rim, because it's a fun sci-fi romp. Just fun and action-packed and cool stuff. And that kind of fits Star Wars, if nothing else. And also the fact that there's, in both of them, a connection between the living and the dead and the different people through a sort of mystical energy source, but it's also partially scientific. The Force, obviously, through midichlorians, and the Drift in Pacific Rim. It's an interesting sort of play around there. I think it's a cool thing. Anyway, those are my recommendations to you based on the prequel trilogy. I would really love to know what you think, so let me know in the comments down below. it'd be interesting to hear what you think. Have I missed something? Have I done something well? Have I picked some stuff that made you think? I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!